What is going on, everybody? DJ Minds here. Okay, so pretty much the most important thing in GPU mining right now, the Ethereum dev call. What happened? I actually just spent an hour and 37 minutes watching that. I streamed it, and I do hope that you get the chance to check that out. Also, feel free to support the Ethereum devs because they love the crypto miners so much. Oh, they love those crypto miners. Yeah, but anyways, guys, so what did we learn? I'll give you the TLDR. Basically, there's a testnet called Ropsten, and I believe it's Ropsten, and essentially that is going to go live on the 8th of June. So I know that a lot of people, including myself, the initial thought is like, oh my God, this is happening on the 8th of June. Well, not exactly. After, again, speaking to Son of a Tech, who is live right now for the great hash rate or the great Ethereum hash rate migration, please do check him out. He pointed out this Tim Bako tweet, and it says Ropsten TDT. If you don't know, I did write down what TDT was. Excuse me for my ignorance. I am not a developer, but that means terminal total difficulty. I learned that in the call today. Is set for approximately June 8th merge. So Son of a Tech cleared it up for me, and so did Serpent X. And essentially what that is going to mean for us as miners is that the testnet will happen that day, which is a good sign for Ethereum. It's not a good sign for us. It's a good sign for proof of stake, right? And so once that happens, as they mentioned throughout the call, they maybe need a week or two here and there to just play around with it, adjust a little bit more. And under Son of a Tech's prediction, which sounded pretty fair, he's thinking about 8 weeks after that. So if you can see this calendar here, let's go ahead and just look at June 8th, which is about here. If you could imagine 8 weeks from there, you know, pretty much July, August 8th range. I'm not saying that it's the exact date. I really don't know the exact date. Nobody honestly does at this point, I think. Overall, everything was pretty dry, but I would say the very first 30 minutes to 45 minutes sounded like a lot of uncertainty, but definitely the last half, it seemed like all the developers were on board with this testnet, and there were so many different names that they used, but I think the one that you would care the most about is the Ropsten testnet, and the only disagreements they really had was should it be June 15th or June 8th, and again, could that be 8 weeks, could it be 4 weeks, could it be 12 weeks, I'm not really sure. The difficulty bomb will continue to go off, though, from my understanding, and if it gets too bad, then they are going to have to adjust the difficulty bomb, right? They definitely made it clear that they do not want people to get off of Ethereum from mining it right away, right? So that makes a lot of sense, and so they don't want the difficulty bomb to be so bad that everybody leaves it and it's not profitable. At the same time, they do need to implement that difficulty bomb, and there was a lot of other little things in there, specifically at the 1 hour and 15 minute mark, around 41 seconds, they talked about they do not want the revolt from the miners, right? If all of a sudden everybody's losing 60%, they're just going to move on to other coins like an Ergo, like a Flux, like a Raven coin and such. So yeah, that makes a lot of sense. They're gonna definitely do it, but you're still going to be profitable, I think, just from hearing their tone. Also, they mentioned a lot about the nodes. They made it clear that they don't want to fork before TDT. Again, TDT is terminal total difficulty. They must do that after. There was a little bit of arguments there. That's more of like the development side, not really so much for the mining side. They did poke fun at miners a few times. I wonder if they knew that I was watching them live, because it's kind of weird, but halfway through it just seems like boom, everything changed and they started poking fun at miners, and I never saw them do that at the other dev call. So maybe they knew we were watching, maybe they didn't. I don't really know. That's just kind of me talking out my butthole. Besides that, guys, there isn't really much more that I think you would care about if you're strictly looking at it from a crypto mining side. Now, we are going to have to watch what happens, man, because the price of Ethereum is going up. Now, to be fair, everything is going up right now, and it looks like the whole market is, not even just crypto. So if you look at the price of Ethereum right now, it's actually up 7.21%, which is pretty big, but honestly, really everything is kind of up today. Today is a green day in the market, so it's really hard to tell. Hopefully on the 27th of May, we should know more, even though they said that 2 weeks ago that today we would know more about the merge date. And again, I really felt like they just completely ignored it. And again, with the little poking at miners, it kind of felt like they're like, yeah, take that, miners, to some extent. I mean, that's obviously just my opinion. That's not factual. That's just how I felt throughout it, was like, yeah, we're just going to ignore it. Don't talk about it, because if you talk about a specific date, then they have to push it back. And I know originally June, I don't know when in June this was supposed to happen. The merge was already supposed to have happened. So I feel like they're kind of meeting their investors halfway to some extent. They're like, well, they are really careful with their verbiage. They're like avoiding the term merge, but they're like, the test net happens on the 8th of June, and that makes everybody happy. And maybe somebody, the investors or whatever, shareholders, they're like, oh, okay, great, it's happening, right? Because when I was streaming it, we had like 400 people watching, at one point 450 people watching. As soon as they heard June 8th, everybody's freaking out. I freaked out for like a moment until they mentioned Ropsten, and everybody thought the merge was happening. So you can see, right, the difference between testnet and the actual merge happening officially. And again, Son of a Tech said that that is just the road to the testnet, which means we're very close. It could be August, it could be, you know, it could be September, I don't know. But anyways, guys, if you like this video, please like this video. I do try to cover as much as the news as I possibly can. I really trying to work hard on that. Shout out to everybody for the great hash rate migration today. I love every single one of you guys, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. DJ Minds signing out.